I'm the coach. You're locked in.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New England Patriots and the Washington Redskins. This is fielded at the goal line, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is...
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll get this one to Galladay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mayfield on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though he completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
An update now from Philadelphia, and the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Murray. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, New England. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
We got this.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. First down, Mayfield, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A run with Chubb on 1st down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check number 6, check number 6. Single receiver. Hey, you're on the...
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On the carry here, it's Austin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Going for the deep ball, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
There's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Brown. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. Escapes the defender, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Geno Atkins in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 yards on the play, first down. Murray now on first down. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Murray. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jakeem Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, Austin, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd and 16, Murray. Bryant has it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Out of the backfield, it's Austin. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10, able to get away. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the score. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Murray now, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Murray now. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Next to score, Patriots 28, Redskins 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. Got him in. It's Brown.
Mayfield's pass, complete to John Brown. That's a gain of 5. Brings up
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield sets up the screen to Lewis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here comes Grant on the return. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
From the 38, Murray. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Oh, and I think the ball's out. And the Redskins scoop it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Mayfield now, 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athletic.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got Lewis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Throwing deep for Gunn. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Chubb, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Cut me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Taywan Taylor, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mayfield on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Easy start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Let's go.
Miles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Back to throw it, Murray. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play fake. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that line,